Hey everyone, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm so excited to be with you today because we are going to talk about something that can change your life, the power of believing in yourself. So remember yesterday I spoke about time management and I I plan to speak about Wisdom Tuesday, which we were anticipating. Okay, now I know that sounds simple, but it's the secret ingredient behind all of your success. It is true. This is the secret ingredient about behind all our success. Whether you are trying to learn something new, chase a big dream, or just becoming a better version of yourself, believing in yourself is the first step that you need to take. Today, I'm going to walk you through five steps that can help you build strong belief in yourself. And trust me, once you get this, everything starts to change. Okay? And and the first step in this Wisdom Wednesday is the power of belief. So it is very necessary to believe in yourself. Okay, let's start with the very beginning, the power of belief. Okay, which is what we are talking about right now. Imagine you are trying to learn how to ride a bike. Okay, just imagine yourself trying to learn how to ride a bike. At first, it feels hard, very hard. You might fall a few times. You might even feel frustrated or even want to give up. But here is the secret. The moment you start believing you can do it, you start improving. Can remember back then when I was learning how to ride by a bike, it was difficult for me. There were days I felt like giving up, but because I believe in myself, my friend told me I can do it. I had to continue doing it, and I was able to ride a bike. Now I can ride any bike of my choice. So you see, it's the same thing in believing with believing in yourselves, in ourselves. Okay, belief is the first step in any journey. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. Your belief set the tone for everything that happens after. Okay, when you tell yourself I can do this, you are giving yourself permission to try. That's one thing that is very crucial. So once you tell yourself that you can do it, that means you are giving yourself permission to try. Okay, to fail and to keep going until you succeed. That is the interesting part. You give yourself permission to try, you fail, and you keep going until you succeed. Remember, if you don't believe in yourself first, it's harder for others to believe in you too. So start by believing you have the power to change, grow, and achieve whatever you set your mind to. This is very essential. You need to start believing in yourself to help others to believe in you. And once you believe in yourself, you believe that you have the power to change, grow, achieve whatever thing you set your mind on. Okay? And in everything we do, both academically, in our workplace, anything you want to learn new skill, anything you want to do today, you need to believe in yourself first. That is the first step. Okay? And the second step, the second step is always the first step. It is always the first step, and the first step is always the hardest. Okay, I would love to explain more so that you won't be confused. Okay, this is how it works. I would love to talk about the journey. Okay, the first step, it's always the hardest because it feels like a leap into the unknown. Okay, but here's the truth. The first step is where the magic happens. Okay, that is the truth. The magic happens in the first step. Okay, let's think of it like this. You want to climb a mountain, but you are standing at the bottom, looking up at the peak of the mountain. It seems impossible, right? But the only way to get to the top is to take that first step. Every single successful person today, whether they are an athlete or an artist or a scientist, had to take that first scary step. They all had to take that first scary step. Okay? The hardest part is often the fear of starting. You might think, what if I fail? Or what if I'm not good enough? But here is the thing. Failure is not the opposite of success. I want you to understand that failure is not the opposite of success. Okay? It is just a stepping stone for you to step on. It is the narrow way that will lead you to success. It's part of the process. Okay? Failure is part of success. Without failure, you can't grow. So if you are stuck in the fear of taking the first step, remember, it's normal. The key is to push through it. Take that first step and keep moving forward. Once you do, you realize that the next steps are a little bit easier. So this is very realistic. In our day-to-day life, we experience these things every day. We see that when we start a new thing, it's very difficult for you to start. But over time, you adapt yourself to the situation or to the thing that you are doing. You see that you are an expert. You can do it perfectly well. So it's the same thing with starting small. In everything you do, you might want to start up a new business. Just start small. You might want to venture into content creation. You can start small. Start with the things you love. If you love it, your followers will love it. If you love doing something and you feel that it's okay, you put it out there. I bet you, your followers will love it as well. And the next step is believing when others don't. That is the next step. That is another step that I love so much. Okay, yes, here is the big one. Believing in yourself when others don't. This can be tough because we all want validation. I want to be validated. You also want to be validated. We all want validation from others. We want people to share us on and tell us you can do it. But sometimes the people around you might not understand your dream. They don't know what you are dreaming, what you want to become, the things that you aim to achieve. They don't know. You are the only one that knows it. Okay, or they might doubt your abilities, and that's okay. That's okay. So what matters most is that you believe in yourself. That is what matters to me. Your belief is more powerful than anyone else's doubt. Let me give you an example. When I was called to serve in Ivory Coast as a full-time missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So I was originally assigned to serve in Ivory Coast Yamoussoukro mission. So there I have to learn French and teach French. I was a little bit afraid. Hear me out. This is how it works. I was sent to the MTC, which is the Missionary Training Center, to learn. So during my training, that was 2020, that was around February. I got into MTC 27th February, if I'm not mistaken, 2020. So during that period, there was COVID-19. We all know that there was COVID-19, and I was reassigned after 3 weeks in the MTC. I was reassigned to serve in Ghana Accra mission. Yes, Accra West. That was a mission, and I was assigned to serve under President Sanders. After 11 months of my mission, that's almost a year. So I was called that I would be turning back to my mission. I was heartbroken because I felt it would be very, very difficult for me after 1 year to go back and learn French. Because assuming I had 2 years, at least I would have had enough time to learn. But I didn't mind. I told my mission president, "Oh, President, please, can I complete my mission here? I would love to complete my mission here." Not as if I love the mission. I didn't love the mission, but just that I was afraid of going back to that process of learning French all over again, because I had to teach the gospel in English for almost a year. That was 11 months before I left there. It was a year already. My president told me that the Lord will help me. I should go there. The Lord wants me to serve in Ivory Coast. I decided to do what the Lord wants me to do. I was afraid. I needed to do it because the Lord asked me to do it. When I got to Ivory Coast, I was assigned to a new missionary who just finished his training for 3 months, and I was assigned to him to train me on how to teach in French. That was very difficult for me, right? But I had to humble myself. And my companion told me, Elder Faye, former Elder Faye, he told me, oh, Elder Bassi, you can do this. Believe in yourself. So I started believing in myself. I started doing those small things that will help me to learn. I started learning, and the French started coming. You can hear me speak. Bonjour, comment tu vas? Je vais bien, tout cela. Vous voyez? So it was a privilege for me to serve them. I was able to teach in the language, although I also had difficulties when you go out there to teach some people from the village. They tell you that they don't understand your French, that you speak big French, big grammar, because we were given books and a lot of materials to learn from. So we had to learn from those materials, and they were professional French. So you see, it was quite different. So you had to start learning to speak the Pidgin French to help the people understand what you are saying. So you see, so everything starts when you believe in yourself. Okay, I have done this several times, countless times, in different occasions. Okay, so if you are facing doubt from others, don't worry. Keep your focus on yourself. You are your own biggest supporter. That is one thing you need to understand. Keep believing in your abilities, and over time you will prove the doubters wrong. That is true. That is just it. And the fourth one is confidence is built over time. Okay, if you see how this is linked, they are all linked together step by step. So this is how it works. Now let's talk about something that's super important. Confidence isn't something you are born with. Confidence isn't something that you are born with. Okay, it's something you build over time, and the best way to build confidence is by taking small steps every day. Those little initiatives that you do every day is very important in the process of building confidence. Okay, let's do it this way. Start by doing little things that challenge you. Maybe you might start speaking up in class or at work. Maybe you might start trying a new hobby or learning a new skill that you have been wanting to learn. The more you try and succeed, even in small ways, the more confident you will become. Think of it like building muscles at the gym. Okay, at first it's hard, right? You might feel weak or unsure, but the more you practice, the stronger you get. It's the same with confidence. Start small, celebrate your wins. Whenever you attain success, please celebrate your wins. It is very important. It will help you grow, to help you stay focused. And over time, your confidence will grow. Okay? So, take a deep breath. Remember, confidence is a journey, not a destination. And just like any journey, the more steps you take, the further you will go. The more steps you take, the further you go. And step 5 is also very important. Okay, I wouldn't want to skip this. I am even making the video very long, but pardon me, I have to be more elaborate so that you can understand